Hello students, I hope you all are fit and fine and doing very well in your studies. So let's start our today's science class. In today's class we are going to proceed our chapter number 4, that is heat. So dear students, in last video we had read about conduction of heat. In this video we are going to read about radiation and convection of heat. So let's start our today's science class.
So students, let's proceed our chapter number 4, that is heat. So students, in our last class we had already discussed about the modes of transfer of heat. So you know that there are 3 modes of transfer of heat we have, that is conduction, convection and radiation. So about conduction we had already completed in our previous video. So today we are going to learn convection and so students, in our last class we had already completed conduction of heat, but in this class let's revise once again. So students, always remember conduction is always take place in solids. Conduction is the primary mode of heat transfer through a solid. Conduction of heat energy can occur within a body or between two bodies when they are in contact with each other. Also remember that the rate of conduction of heat is different in different materials. So, I hope conduction is clear to you. So, now you just see in the picture, in conduction heat transfer occur due to the collision of particles. There is no movement of particles from one place to another. So students, let's talk about convection of heat. This mode of heat transfer is seen in liquids and gases in which the molecules are less densely packed and are free to move. So students, आपको पता ही है, you know that very well कि in liquids जो molecules का arrangement होता है वो loosely होता है और gases में just molecules are scattered. So it means that in liquids and gases molecules are free to move. Now let's talk about convection. So convection we can more understand by the help of a simple experiment. What we have to do, we have to take a water in a container and we have to keep that water on a gas stove or on a tripod stand. You can also see tripod stand in picture also. So students, the bottom of a flask containing water is heated. After some time, the water at the top of the vessels also become hot. How does this happen? If a vessel containing water is kept on a flame, the water at the bottom of the vessels gets hot, and since hot water is lighter than cold water, it rises up carrying the heat energy with it. The colder and denser water on the top falls to the bottom of the vessel and gets heated in its turn. So students, कॉन्वेक्शन में क्या होता है कि जब हम पानी गर्म करते हैं तो जो पानी जो सबसे नीचे लेयर पे होता है, क्योंकि वो हीट के कांटेक्ट में सबसे पहले होता है, तो वो जो नीचे लेयर वाला जो पानी होता है वो जल्दी गर्म होता है और जैसे ही वाटर के मॉलिक्यूल्स जब गर्म होते हैं तो क्या होता है कि वो एक्सपेंड कर जाते हैं और जब वो एक्सपेंड करते हैं तो उनकी डेंसिटी कम हो जाती है. सो यू नो दैट as the water heated, it rises up. Why it rises up? Because warm air is lighter as compared to the cold air. तो warm air जो होगा वो ऊपर की तरफ राइज होगा और जो ऊपर वाला कोल्ड वाटर होता है वो नीचे की तरफ आता है, क्योंकि उसकी डेंसिटी भी ज़्यादा होती है. जो वाटर गर्म हो जाता है तो वो साइज़ में एक्सपेंड हो जाता है और जैसे ही गर्म वाटर एक्सपेंड हो जाता है तो उसकी डेंसिटी भी कम हो जाती है, लेकिन जो अपर लेयर पे जो ठंडा पानी होता है, जो कोल्ड वाटर होता है, उसकी डेंसिटी ज़्यादा होती है। तो वो क्या करता है कि जैसे ही वार्म एयर ऊपर की तरफ राइज होता है, ठंडा पानी उसकी जगह लेने के लिए नीचे की तरफ चला आता है। सो इन दिस वे the process continues and result in a circulating stream of hot and cold water. As a result, the whole water in the vessels get heated. This method, by which water is transferred by the mass movement of the liquid or gas itself, is called convection. So I hope convection is clear to you. So now students, it is clear to you from activity that water near the bottom of the flask get heated first. It rises up. The colder water from the surrounding moves down, gets heated and rises up. This process continues till the entire water attains a uniform temperature. This cyclic movement of water during heating sets the convection current. So students, it means that the cyclic movement of water during heating creates convection current. Air near the source of heat gets warm and rises up. This leaves a gap which is filled by the colder air from the surroundings. The convection current thus starts in air, resulting into heating of air. So students, let's talk about how convection currents take place in air. The air near the heat source gets heated and rises up. The air from the sides move in to take its place. In this way, the air gets heated. Now, if you keep one hand above a flame and one hand on the side of the flame, the hand at the top feels hot because the air above is heated by convection. The hand at the side does not feel as hot because there is no convection. Students, let's talk about the practical application of convection. The principle of convection of heat can be used in many applications. Sea bridge and land bridge is one of the example of convection current. Convection plays a major role in maintaining a moderate temperature. Moderate means ना ही ज़्यादा गर्म और ना ही ज़्यादा ठंडा, normal. So, convection plays a major role in maintaining a moderate temperature in places near the sea. Land masses such as beaches, coastal town or city heat up much faster than water bodies like sea and oceans during daytime and cools down much faster during the night. This difference in temperature sets up a wind pattern. During the day, the air above land rises since it is warm, and cooler air from over the sea flows in to take its place. This gives rise to a sea bridge, which cools the land. In the night, since land cools down much faster than the sea, the cooler air over land flows out to take the place of warmer air over the sea, which rises, setting up a land bridge. So students, it means that on a hot day, land heats up faster than the sea. Hot air over the land rises and is replaced by cold air by convection. This produces a bridge from the sea to the land. This bridge is called sea bridge. Now, what is land bridge? So, it is already clear to you. At night, the land cools quickly than the sea. The hot air over the sea rises. Cold air from the land replaces the hot air. This produces a land bridge. So, I hope sea bridge and land bridge is clear to you. So students, let's talk about some more application of convection. Ventilation in rooms. Homes and buildings are kept well ventilated with the help of convection currents. Heat emitted from our body warms the surrounding air. Warm air rises up and escapes through the ventilators while fresh air or cool air enters through windows and doors. So students, let's talk about the third mode of heat transfer, that is radiation. So let's talk about radiation of heat. Radiation is the form of heat transfer that can occur in the absence of medium. यानी रेडिएशन ऐसा हीट ट्रांसफ़र का मोड है जिसमें किसी मीडियम की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. जैसे कॉन्वेक्शन और कंडक्शन में हमें मीडियम की ज़रूरत होती है. So in radiation there is an absence of medium. Thus it is the mode of heat transfer through vacuum. तो vacuum का मतलब होता है absence of air. It means that radiation transfer through vacuum. While heat radiations can travel through vacuum, they can also travel through media such as air, water, etc. Okay, so जो हीट रेडिएशन है वो वैक्यूम के थ्रू तो ट्रैवल करता ही है, इसके साथ ही इट कैन ट्रैवल थ्रू मीडिया सच एज एयर एंड वाटर. So it is clear that all hot objects, whether solids, liquids or gases, transfer heat by radiation. Radiation needs no medium. Transfer of heat by radiation can occur even in vacuum. All the bodies give out energy that travels in the form of radiation through space. Energy from the sun reaches us through radiation. Bodies that absorb this radiation become hot. So students, it is clear to you that radiation is the process of heat transfer in the form of waves from one place to another without a medium. So now it is clear to you that what is radiation. Students, let's talk about dark colored surfaces and colored surfaces. The amount of heat energy that is absorbed by a body depends on its color. Bodies that are black absorb more of radiated heat than white bodies. So students, we can prove this by help of a simple experiment. So let's see that. Dark colored surfaces absorb more heat than light colored surfaces. So what you have to do, you have to take two tin cans of the same size and you have to paint the outer surface of one black and the other white. After that, you have to pour equal amount of water in each and leave them in sunlight for about 1 hour. Now measure the temperature of water in both of the cans. You have to measure the temperature of water in both cans by the help of thermometer. The water in the black can is warmer than the water in the white can. So now it is clear that dark colored surfaces absorb more heat than light colored surfaces. Now let's talk about dark colored surfaces radiate more heat than light colored surfaces, means give out heat. Okay, radiate means give out heat. So take two tin cans of the same size, paint the outer surface of one black and the other white. Pour equal amount of hot water of the same temperature. Leave them in a room or shade for 10 to 15 minutes. Measure the temperature of water in both the cans by the help of thermometer. You have to measure the temperature. The water in the black can is cooler than the water in the white can. So now it is clear that dark colored surfaces radiate more heat than light colored surfaces. So students, when radiation fall on a body, a part of it is absorbed by the body and a part is reflected. सो इट मीन्स दैट कि अगर किसी भी चीज़ पे रेडिएशन गिरती है या किसी भी बॉडी पे रेडिएशन फॉल होती है तो वो बॉडी क्या करती है कि कुछ रेडिएशन को एब्जॉर्ब करती है और कुछ रेडिएशन को रिफ्लेक्ट करती है. The absorption of radiant heat by a body causes an increase in its temperature. So the absorption of radiant heat यानी कि बॉडी जो हीट एब्जॉर्ब करती है उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज़ हो जाता है, उस बॉडी का टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज़ हो जाता है क्योंकि वो कुछ हीट का जो अमाउंट होता है उसको एब्जॉर्ब भी करती है. The quantity of heat absorbed by a body depend on its distance from the source of heat. Black bodies are better heat absorber than the white bodies. Black bodies are also better heat radiator than the white bodies. So I hope it is clear to. So now students, it is clear that all objects are able to absorb and emit, means radiate heat by radiation. However, black, dull or rough surfaces are good radiators and absorbers of heat, while shiny, white or smooth surfaces are poor radiators and absorbers of heat. So students, now it is clear that black bodies are better heat absorber as well as better heat radiators than the white bodies. Similarly, a bright shiny surface is a poor absorber of heat radiation because it reflects the radiation falling on it. तो जो ब्राइट शाइनी सरफेसेस होते हैं उस पर जितना भी हीट रेडिएशन फॉल होता है वो क्या करता है कि जो ब्राइट शाइनी सरफेसेस होते हैं वो बहुत ही कम एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हीट रेडिएशन को रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं. सो नाउ स्टूडेंट, an electric room heater is provided with a curved polished metal reflector behind the heating element. तो आप लोगों ने रूम हीटर देखा ही होगा, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि जो रूम हीटर होता है मतलब जो हीटिंग एलिमेंट के पीछे वाले हिस्सा कैसा होता है, वो कर्व्ड पॉलिश्ड सरफेस होता है. Now this polished surface reflect back all the heat radiation falling on it toward the person sitting in front of room heater. तो वो जो शाइनी कर्व्ड सरफेस होता है उस पर जितना भी हीट रेडिएशन फॉल होता है वो शाइनी सरफेस क्या करता है, उसको वो रिफ्लेक्ट करता है पर्सन की तरफ जो रूम हीटर के सामने बैठा होता है. सो इन दिस वे रूम हीटर वर्क्स. नाउ इन केस ऑफ solar panels used in households for heating water are designed to maximize the absorption of heat from the sun. A black metal sheet is used to increase heat absorption. So I hope this is clear to you. So students, let's talk about preventing loss of heat. A thermoflux is a very good example of how heat loss by all the three modes of heat transfer, conduction, convection and radiation is minimized. Let us see how this is happen. Heat loss due to conduction is minimized by using insulating materials like plastics for the outer casing and the cap of the thermoflux. So you know that insulating material like plastic, it do not allow heat to pass through it. So that's why conduction is minimized by using insulating materials like plastic. The inner jar is a double-walled bottle made up of glass or stainless steel. The space between the two walls is vacuum so that heat loss due to conduction is minimized. So student, you know that here vacuum between these two walls. So conduction and convection are impossible with a vacuum. So you know that this also reduces the heat loss due to convection since there are no air molecules to carry away the heat. तो अगर वैक्यूम है तो वहाँ पे एयर तो है नहीं, तो एयर मॉलिक्यूल्स ही नहीं होंगे, then who will carry away the heat? Heat loss due to radiation is minimized by making the surface of the jar highly reflective so that heat radiation are reflected back into the jar. So students, the wall are silvered on the vacuum side so that radiation is reduced. So in this way, we can prevent loss of heat in a thermoflux. Nowadays, many kitchen utensils are made of black colored because such utensils absorb more heat and cooking becomes faster. So I hope this is clear to you. Let's talk about kinds of clothes we wear in summer and winter. So students, we feel more comfortable wearing white and light colored clothes in summer. This is because white clothes absorb comparatively less amount of heat than dark clothes and therefore keep us relatively cooler. The reverse applies in winter. We are more comfortable in dark clothes. This is because we need to absorb as much heat as possible from our surrounding to keep ourselves warm. And dark clothes absorb more heat than light colored ones. We also use woolen clothes during winter. Woolen clothes keep us warm. Wool is a poor conductor of heat and it has air trapped between the fibers. This air prevents the heat of our body to flow outside. Thus, we feel warm. This is also the reason that two thin woolen blankets provide more warmth than one thick blanket. It is because the two blankets have a layer of air between them. Since air is an insulator, that's why its layer prevents the heat to flow. So I hope this is clear. So students, I hope that the three modes of transfer of heat, conduction, convection and radiation is clear to you. If you have any problem regarding any topic, you can just call me or you can write in group also. So student, your homework is that make neat and clean notes of this chapter and complete all the question and answers and send me in group. Now the main thing is that please students, you just go through books and read the chapter at least 2 to 3 times. Then you can better understand the chapter. Now keep smiling, stay home, stay healthy, use mask and sanitizer and keep yourself free from infection. So that's all for today's class. Thanks for watching this video.